Which of the set of activities best indicates cyclic nature of action research strategy? So the options here are reflect, observe, plan, action, observe, act, reflect, plan, action, plan, observe, reflect, yeah, plan, action, observe, reflect. तो मैं आपको ये भी बताना चाहूंगी कि एक्शन रिसर्च जो वर्ड है इसको कॉइन किया था कर्ट ल्यूविन ने. ही इज अ जर्मन अमेरिकन सोशल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. एंड एक्शन रिसर्च का काम क्या है मीन्स वो क्या करती है इट डायग्नोसिस प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ वीकनेसेस जैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में या एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस में तो प्रैक्टिकल सोल्यूशन फाइंड करते हैं किसी प्रॉब्लम का. ओके और इसके स्टेप्स हैं. द करेक्ट आंसर हियर इज ऑप्शन डी. फर्स्ट you have to plan, then you have to act, observe and then reflect. Okay, next. A researcher divides the population into postgraduate, graduates 10 plus 2 and using random digit table he selects some of them from each. This is technically called stratified sampling, stratified random sampling, representative sampling or none of the above. Dividing the population in okay. Now this is a picture. I know ये मेरे writing से ढक गई है but it is something like this कि see these are different populations and इनको किस में divide कर दिया. These are men, these are women and these are children. Population को homogeneous groups में divide कर दिया. Okay, this I think there was some network issue. Hope it's fine now. Field studies related to real life situations, experimental situations, laboratory situations. Field study is related to real life situations, experimental studies, laboratory situations, or all of the above. What is a field study related to? See, what field study does is it collects originals or unconventional data. कैसे collect करते हैं? What are the different ways? Face to face interviews. Okay. And survey. Attributes of objects, events or things which can be measured are called qualitative measure, cluster, variable or none of the above. So the answer to this is option C, variable. Variable is something that can be measured among like people or different cities or different objects. So that is a variable. Some examples are gender, okay, it could be male or female, or if like you are doing some medical study, it could be heart rate, or it could be eye color. We know that so many different eye color are there. So all these are called variables. Next, an example of scientific knowledge is authority of prophet or great men, social tradition and customs, religious scriptures, laboratory and field experiments. Scientific knowledge example is, the correct answer to this is laboratory and field experiments. Next, a researcher selects 10 members as a sample from the total population of 5,000 and considered it good because he was a good researcher, he was guided by his supervisor, the population was homogeneous, or all of the above. The researcher is selecting 10 members from the total population of 5,000. The correct answer is the population was homogeneous, because if you have same type of population, like if you are studying only the school children and you select 10 students from 5,000 students, so that is a homogeneous population. And what will that 10 people do? It will represent that population. Hence the answer is C. The final result of a study will be more accurate if the sample drawn is taken randomly, fixed by quota, representative to the population, or purposive. So the final result of research that you will be doing, it will be correct if the sample is representative to the population. This was quite simple question. Next, area or cluster sampling technique is used when population is scattered and large size of the sample is to be drawn, population is heterogeneous, long survey is needed, or A and C. Area cluster sampling technique is used. The correct answer here is option D, both A and C, because it is used when the population is large sample size has to be drawn and long survey is needed. So at that moment cluster sampling is being used. While writing research report, a researcher must not use numerical data, figures and numbers in the beginning of the sentences, must arrange it in logical, topical and chronological order, must compare his result with those of other studies, all of the above. Chronological order means arranging in a sequence with respect to time. And you, what should a researcher do while writing a research report? The correct answer to this is option D, all of the above. He should follow. He should not write numerical figures in the beginning. Must arrange in all these orders and compare his results with those of other studies. A research problem is feasible only when it is researchable, it is new and adds something to knowledge, it has utility and relevance, all of the above. When will a research problem become feasible? The meaning of feasible is possible. When will it become possible? Possible to do something easily or conveniently. The correct answer here is a research problem. It should be researchable, it should add something new, or and it should have utility and relevance, all the three.